Hey everyone, wanted to answer a question real quick that we get every year, spring and fall when it's time to do pre-emergent, and that's whether you should be using a granular or a liquid pre-emergent. Which one's better? Most pre-emergents come both ways. You can get them either granular or liquid. We use Spectacle. Spectacle comes in liquid form and granular form. The ones that I recommended, earlier in the year, like Dimension, you can get them both ways. So which one should you go with? Is the question, and the answer is hands down you should go with a liquid if you can get away with doing a liquid. If you can do it, always go liquid when you're dealing with an herbicide, whether it's pre or post emergent. Always use a liquid, and the reason is there's two reasons. The first reason is coverage. With a liquid, you can mix it to the exact rate you need, and then you can ensure that it gets applied over your entire lawn and gets applied evenly over your entire lawn. That way you don't have any breakthrough or any gaps anywhere where weeds are going to start popping up and taking over. As opposed to a granular, when you're using a spreader, a push spreader across your lawn, it's a lot harder to make sure you get an even distribution, an even coverage, a thorough coverage over your entire lawn. It's just a lot harder to do with a granular using a push spreader. It's easy to miss corners. It's easy to leave gaps in between your rows and stuff like that. So it's a little more difficult. It's always better to use a liquid if you can get away with it for that reason alone. Secondly, with a liquid application, as soon as you put it down, it's going to start working. As soon as it hits the ground, it's going to start working. It's going to start killing those seeds before they have a chance to germinate. It does need to be watered in still to get the most out of it, but it will start working immediately, as opposed to a granular that will, once you put it out, it's not going to be activated until you water it in. Those granules will sit there, and they won't do anything until you water them in, and that's when they start to break down, soak down to the soil, and start to kill those seeds. So I'm not saying you should completely stay away from granules. It is easier to put out granules. If that's all you have, or you've already purchased your product, or you can't put out the liquid for some reason, then by all means do a granular if you need to. It's better than nothing. But if you have the option or you haven't done it yet, always lean towards the liquid. It's going to be your best bet. So hope that helps. If you have any questions, let us know.